Y'all, we're Embrace the Globe 21.
Yes, we are.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Daniel.
And we are doing something for our Swedish friends today.
Yes.
This was suggested under the Geography Now Sweden episode, Living with the Dark Winters in Sweden, Midnight Sun and Polar Night.
I don't know what to expect, but I'm pretty sure this is going to answer a lot of questions that I've asked.
Yeah.
Dumbass. So hopefully, you know what? But this is what the journey is. It's like the more we learn about different places, the less dumbass questions I can ask. Yeah, and that's part of it. This is good.
This is basically fun education right here.
Yeah.
Anyway, are you ready?
Yeah, man. Let's do it, man.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
My name is Jonna, and I live in the north of Sweden.
Nice. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. Ooh, look at that.
Wow.
Already out the gate with the contrast of like the wintry times and like the summery times. That's enough to intrigue me right there. So
yeah,
I'm in.
I'm already sold on this video.
Yeah.
How many seconds? 21 seconds?
21 seconds.
My favorite video right now. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Sweden is a country with a lot of light. And it's also a country with a lot of darkness. It all depends on what season it is. Just like many other countries in the Northern Hemisphere, there is a strong contrast in the light conditions between summer and winter. In the winter, it's dark almost all the time.
Whoa. That's 2:19 p.m.
Yo. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Whatever. It's beautiful. But man, that would mess me up so much.
Oh yeah. Whew.
And in the
What are you gonna say?
It's like, how does it affect them when they travel? It's like if they only know 2:19 as being like that, and they go anywhere else in the world in the Southern Hemisphere or a little bit lower, like, wait, you guys have sun at 2:19 p.m.? That's crazy.
She might answer that here. Let's let it cook.
Oh man.
The summer, it's light all the time.
Jesus.
That's 11:58 at night. It's summer. Whoa. Hold up. Time out here. Woo.
Oh.
People are already saying that, probably already commenting, tell me you're American without telling me.
Whatever. I mean, they know.
Yeah.
I hope they know. This is just wild to me. I've been told this, but I've never seen this.
Yeah. In fact, like over on ETS, some of our one particular Scottish friend that I had says that, sometimes it won't get dark till like 11 p.m. in Glasgow. So I don't know the geographical how it lines up, but this is insane right here.
No, if the sun isn't setting latest by 9, you're fired, son. Do a better job next time.
You're fired. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love what you did there.
Yeah. Oh man.
During the summer in the very north of Sweden, the sun never sets between the end of May until the middle of July. So you can see the sun 24 hours a day, and that is called the midnight sun. And then, during the winter in the very north of Sweden, it's the opposite. For a couple of weeks, the sun never rises above the horizon, which means that there is no sunlight for about a month. And that is called the polar night. These extreme contrasts in light is caused by the rotation of the Earth in relation to the position of the sun. And the further north you go, the bigger the contrast. I live in the middle north of Sweden, and if I'm lucky and it's a clear sky, I can see the sun above the treetops for about an hour during the darkest time of the year. It's the middle of the day, and this is how high the sun goes up now. It's just a little bit over the horizon, or over the trees. But winters like this one, when it's been cloudy every day, I actually didn't see a glimpse of the sun for over a month. But just a few days ago, now in the beginning of January, I got to feel the sun on my face again.
Oh, nice.
This is the first glimpse of the sun that we see in over a month. Do you see this? And that feeling, when you begin to feel the sunlight again in January, is always overwhelming. It's like seeing the sun for the first time in your life.
Wow.
Golly, that's like something poetic about that.
That's moving. Like, oh my
Oh.
God.
Oh,
That's crazy.
oh,
Oh, man.
holy crap. Holy frijoles.
I never thought I would take sunlight for granted.
Yeah, that's
Good God, a month without the sun.
mm,
I would wither.
yeah, yeah. The part that I'm thinking about right now is how do you come about food? Like, I guess like in this, it's like old school crop time, maybe when it's summertime, you grow your crops and harvest and try and store as much as you can for the winter time. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
pickling is such a huge deal, is because it's very limited the time you
Yeah.
have to gather, you know, fruits and vegetables and fish, meat, things like that.
That's
So you got to get it while you can.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
mean,
god.
I guess you could pull an all-nighter if the sun never sets, or an all-dayer, or how does that work? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe they live near a town where you could get all that stuff. I
Yeah,
don't know. I
I
don't
hope
know.
so.
We're learning.
There's
Come
no
on.
towns in this image right here, dude.
There can't be.
God
None.
damn.
Oh.
Goodness.
Even if it can be hard sometimes with these kinds of light conditions, I really love it and I would never want to change it. I think the light is never as beautiful as it is during these most extreme times of the year. When it's summer, I usually change my rhythm and stay up all nights and then sleep in the forenoon instead.
Nice.
The light is so beautiful in the middle of the night, and as a filmmaker and photographer, it's like a dream to be out and capture the beauty of the bright nights of June.
Oh God, that is gorgeous. Everything that is she's just
Yeah.
put up here is absolutely breathtaking.
How I have to ask the dumb question. I have to. I see her running around with no shoes and the sundress, and I'm just like, how cold does it get? I know that's a stupid question, and maybe she'll answer that. But that just seems cold, even on its warmest day. It
Yeah.
seems like a pretty frigid place. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be
Like,
interested.
yeah, maybe she's used to it. Like
Yeah.
I worked with someone who originally was from Minnesota, and the dude was wearing shorts in January. I'm
Yeah.
like, "You're crazy, dude."
Yeah.
But then again, maybe she's just used to
Yeah.
the temperatures there. Um for context, I'm from North Carolina, you're from Maryland, and I what we consider hot and cold is can be very different
Yep.
than someone in north of Sweden.
Yes. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Mhm.
And then in the winter, even if we don't get so much sunlight, we at least get a few hours of twilight during the day. And that light is the most beautiful kind of daylight that I know. It's like experiencing a long sunrise without a sun.
My goodness.
And when it's a clear sky and the sun is rising just a tiny bit above the treetops, it spreads a soft and pink light all over the landscape.
Man.
And that is beyond beautiful. Around 3 in the day, it's already getting dark, and it makes the evenings feel never-ending. But the darkness makes us see what is never visible in the light. Because actually, we do get sunlight from thousands of suns far, far away.
Yeah, my goodness.
I live in a place where there's no light pollution, and the night sky is breathtaking. And for me, that is one of the reasons that I really love the winter here. And now and then, the sun sends us a greeting in the darkness. Particles from storms on the surface of the sun comes traveling towards the earth, colliding with our magnetic field and creating the aurora borealis, the northern lights that dances in the sky. I can never find the right words to describe how much I love to stand under the northern lights on a cold and dark winter night. I can take the darkness any day, as long as I get to see the stars and the northern lights. It makes it all worth it.
Wow.
But even though there is so much beauty to find in these special kinds of light conditions that we have here in the north, I would lie if I said that it's always easy to live and adapt to them, because it's not. Well, the summer is easy. I don't think you can have too much light. The only thing that people often ask me is if it's harder to sleep when it's light all night. And for me personally, if I want to sleep during the night, I have no problem with that. And for those who do feel like it's a problem, it's easily fixed with some thick and dark curtains. But the winter and the darkness is definitely much more challenging, and I can only speak from my own experience now. The lack of sunlight makes me more tired, and during the darkest and coldest months, between November and March, I sometimes struggle to keep the energy up. It's harder to get up in the morning when it's dark outside. Our body naturally want to wake up with the sun. And in the afternoon, I often get confused with the time, since the darkness makes it feel like it's much later than it actually is. And the lack of daylight makes me struggle more as a filmmaker, since I only have 1 hour of good light to film in a day, compared to the 24-hour of good light in the summer. So the darkness, combined with the cold, make things a bit more challenging, and I know I'm not the only one struggling to keep up the energy during this time of the year.
Man, that makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
time, like your body's supposed responds a certain way with light and with dark.
Yeah.
And dark, you want to stay in, consume energy, and have a big old bowl of chili and hot cocoa or hot toddy in the summertime. That's completely different.
Yeah.
I
That's crazy, man.
couldn't. I couldn't, man.
That's, you know what though, like the end of summer, the end of sun, I could get on board with that. The nights, everything comes with the balance, right?
Yeah.
So, but man, that would be tough. The night thing, that's a tough one. I
Yeah.
know it's probably beautiful, it's gorgeous, but I don't thrive at night. I
Right.
don't thrive when it's dark. I shut down when it's dark, and I
Oh,
couldn't just go into hibernation mode for how many months? 3 months?
yeah,
Two,
something like
whatever.
that.
That's crazy.
I'm
I
the
couldn't do
opposite.
it,
I
man.
thrive in the dark. I am a night owl.
Mm,
No bars hold. Like
yeah,
I thrive at night, man.
yeah,
Um,
man. I
I
I get
just
that, man. I just,
yeah.
man, the dark. Too much of. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but obviously, if you live over there, you're adapted, or you're
Right,
you're
of course.
doing the better than 90% of people that aren't from there.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that would throw me. That would throw me for a curveball, and my times would get lost.
Mhm. Mhm. And I'm gonna make a little note about those northern lights. That absolutely gorgeous. I that is like the things that I dream of right there
That's bucket
is the
list.
northern lights. Whew.
That's definitely bucket list. I've never seen them,
Yeah.
so I would love to go and see them at least once
Yeah,
before I
I'm with you
pass.
there. I'm with you there. What is she doing?
Oh, crazy.
But of course, there's many things you can do to make the winters a little easier. I want to mention a few things that helps me adapt better to the lack of sunlight. For me personally, I think that the tiredness that I feel in the winter is the hardest part. The energy level is so low sometimes, and the cure to that is not always to sleep more. It can actually be to do the opposite. So I try my best to keep being active and moving my body as much as I can, and get as much daylight as possible. I go for long walks with my dog every day.
Aww.
And if the weather is good, I like to go out in the forest with my snowshoes and my camera, or go skiing.
Nice.
I also love to take ice baths. It's something I started doing a few years ago, combined with breathing exercises using the Wim Hof method, and it has become my favorite way of boosting myself with new energy when I need it the most. Going into that freezing water is actually the last thing that my body wants to do in that moment. But putting myself into that kind of discomfort is awakening something in me that helps me reset my body. Believe it or not, but cold swims and cold showers has many good health benefits. It's not for everyone, of course, and it's important to get knowledge before trying an ice bath if you have never done it before. But for me, it has been a great source of energy and joy during the winter time. So, I really feel a big difference in my energy levels in the winter when I move my body in some way. It doesn't need to be a full workout, but just something, a little every day, that makes you feel alive.
Yeah, I've heard about the ice baths and the ice showers. Like, there was a minute that Joe Rogan was doing that, and all the uh influencers, the macho males were pushing ice baths.
Yeah.
Like, there's a viral photo of Joe Rogan in an ice bath, like like that, and his nipples are so freaking hard or something like that.
I get it, but no, if I'm in the water and there's ice around me, that's survival. That means my boat just hit an iceberg.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I shouldn't be in that situation. I have avoided that situation my whole entire life,
yeah.
getting
Me
into
too.
water with ice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I've done a freaking awesome job. I've
You
done
have.
an amazing job staying out of water with ice.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I want to keep that winning streak personally, guys.
Yeah, and checking our analytics recently, we see that about 23% of you are female, and hopefully that y'all understand what happens to males when they go into cold water.
I couldn't imagine, like, dude. No, thank you. No, I'm just not doing that to my body. All
Yeah,
right, I'm just not about to just jump into an ice bath. Love you guys. You guys are awesome, but some lines have to be drawn.
yeah. For the Seinfeld fans who don't know, or those who don't know Seinfeld, look at the episode where George Costanza famously says the quote, "I was in the pool."
Yes, do
Yeah,
that for
yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
When we can't get enough energy from the sun, I think it's even more important to make sure that we get enough energy and nutrition from our food. Nature has so much to give us in the summer that we can harvest and save for the winter when we need it the most.
Oh, nice. Potatoes, raspberries, apples.
Here in the north, we have plenty of berries in the forest, so I like to pick tons of blueberries and lingonberries and put in the freezer so that we can eat berries and drink juice from berries every single day during the whole winter.
Nice.
also like to pick different herbs that are good for our health and dry them to make my own tea for the winter.
Nice.
One of my favorite teas to drink when it's cold and dark outside is simply made out of birch leaves. I pick them just as they begin to bloom in the spring, while they are still small and light green. And the tea smells and tastes just like how it smells like in the spring. And in the middle of the winter, I think it feels so comforting to have a piece of the spring to remind you of the wonderful time to come when everything is blooming and the birds are singing again. And of course, I also take vitamin D supplements since we don't get anything from the sun in many months. Even though that would never replace the sun, I believe it can help a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so that answers a question I had earlier about food. Is that there's plenty of stuff to harvest in the summer, and there's ways to preserve it for the winter.
I actually love this. I would give it a try for a year. I
Yeah.
would give living out there a try for a year. I'm all about unplugging.
Oh yeah.
Like, you gotta be. You know what? That would be like the ultimate test for me is to be able to try to live off the land for a year, and go through both extremes. Because I mean, I know that you definitely get snow up there, no shit. But
Mm-hmm.
you have to be smart about it. How do I say it? It forces you to be active. It
Yeah.
forces you to be active. In fact, you can't be lazy up there
Right. You
because
can't.
they've all died.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
they
You
didn't
you
make it.
you can't be a couch potato up
No,
there.
no. And so I'm all for the situations that actually force you to get out and be smart and move and be tapped into nature. I'm there for it.
Yeah. That's the earlier point before the food part there. And I guess a question I still have, and maybe the answer to here with a little um shot of, I guess that's like edamame, like soybeans. Like,
Maybe.
is that their main protein source? Because uh she wasn't really uh talking too much about, like, animal meat. Maybe she's vegetarian or
Yeah.
vegan. I don't know. I don't want to assume, but
No.
that's a question I have, is like, where's your protein coming
Uh,
from?
isn't it caribou reindeer up there? I think it's up there. That cloven foot hoofed animal. There is some deer up there.
Yeah.
Not deer, but you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
know what I mean. There's some sort of animal to get protein from. There's something out there made with meat that you can eat.
Yeah. Has to be. Has
Has
to
to
be.
be.
Yeah.
The list of things you can do to handle
Hold on. Fish. Fish.
No, we're talking about food. Food, Spencer.
Uh,
Proper food.
oh.
Yeah, no fish, of course, of course.
Shit down. You can't take us anywhere, I swear to
Food,
God.
like fish. No, I don't understand. Try again. I know. No. I bet. No, you know what? I'm gonna shut up. But here's another question while we're paused. Here's another question. I noticed in every shot during her winter, there is no electricity. Is it all candle lights? Because that would kill my eyesight.
I mean, she's a filmmaker and she has a computer, so there's got to be some
But
electricity.
there's no. Have you noticed every shot is like candlelight? It's
Yeah.
like are you just conserving energy? Is that how it goes? Are you guys on a generator? Like, there's so many practical things I'm asking for
Yeah.
now.
I know.
Oh,
I believe it can help a little bit. The list of things you can do to handle the darkness is endless. These were just to mention a few, but I think that the most important thing of all is to accept and adapt to the cycles of nature. I definitely feel a big difference in the energy during summer and winter, both in nature and in myself, and that doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, it's just different. I think the winter and the darkness can cause a lot of unnecessary suffering when we are trying to force ourselves to feel the same as we do in the summer. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel lack of inspiration, and it's okay to need more sleep and to let things slow down. A flower would never force itself to bloom in the cold winter. So why would we? This way of thinking changed my way of dealing with the different seasons. I love the winters just as much as I love the summers. They both have their own benefits and challenges. And I think it gets much easier when we let go and accept what we feel instead of fighting it, and accept the cycles in nature and the cycles in ourselves and learn to live with it, like a dance.
Nice.
So, this is how it is to live with the light and the darkness in the north of Sweden, from my perspective. The extreme contrasts in light also creates a bigger contrast to the seasons, and they all have their own beauty. I love the constantly changing seasons, and that you can see and feel how the light changes a little bit for every single day that goes by. The beautiful balance of light and darkness is my greatest source of inspiration, and it makes every day feel new and different.
Hey, man.
Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. What's her name? Jonah Jinton. You have
Hey.
earned our subscription. And
Hell yeah. That
That
was
was-
awesome.
breathtaking, man. I'll tell you what.
Well done. Putting your knowledge of filmography and cinematography to use. That was great. I loved how that was pieced together.
That was all breathtaking and very informative too of
Yeah.
someone that's living that far up north. That's what's up.
This is what I would be playing at the airports for people coming in. Just in the background, just check it out. This is like the
Yeah.
welcome center type video right here.
That's a great way to put it. And
Because that's so important. I touched on everything. Obviously, I still have questions, but hey, now I know a little bit more than I did a couple minutes ago.
that's the best way to put it. Whew. So, y'all, Swedes watching, put more videos down below of explaining Swedish culture and stuff along this line that would give us a better appreciation and understanding of Sweden.
Sure.
And consider subscribing to our other channels. I have a music channel and a food channel. Daniel has a music reaction channel and a kid stories channel.
Yes,
All
I
of them
do.
are linked down below. And if not, just consider subscribing and watching another video. And
Yep.
after that, what else, Dan?
Go unplug and embrace the sunshine when you can, guys.
Exactly. And we'll see y'all next time.
Later.
Fellas, we can be that mistake. Let's do this.